Hear my voice, Halloween Horror Nights. I am Dr. Oddfellow. I've been watching you. For years I've seen you shaking in fear, yet begging for more. You've practically worshipped those who have stood here before me. Doctors, directors, even clowns. But I don't want your worship. I want what you want. So what is it that you want? Fear? Horror? I promise these can unhinge your soul and prepare you for something more. Power, immortality. That is what I'm offering. Enter now, as this horror night begins!
Halloween Horror Nights is back, baby! Hey everybody, it is me, Vincent. Welcome back to another Vincent Vision. It's Halloween Horror Nights 2023! Woo! It is the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights 2023. I am here with my lovely Ellison, and we are so excited to be here at our favorite event here at Universal. I think the coolest thing that they do at any of the theme parks. It is gonna be tons of fun. 10 new haunted houses this year. Stranger Things, Last of Us, Chucky, all that good stuff. We are here on the ground, boots on the ground, Doc Martens on the ground. Show them your docs. Boom! Showing you guys what it is like when you are gonna be at Halloween Horror Nights, sharing you with our real experience, a real scary experience. Because, well, just like any other Halloween Horror Nights, it has been raining. So we got here at about 3:30 and I got my spot right at the front gate to try and catch this year's opening ceremonies with Dr. Oddfellow himself. Unfortunately, I should have figured it out. Just like every other Halloween Horror Nights opening night, it had to rain. So I stood out in the rain from 3:30 to 6:30 to when they let us in, and I did not get to see the opening ceremony. Ellison was the much smarter partner, and she decided to wait inside the Today Cafe. But no matter, we are here now. The rain has stopped. There are no characters out in the streets right now, but they will be. They will be. What we are going to do tonight, though, is try to see all 10 haunted houses. We have passes. We're going to be able to come back later. But tonight, we are rolling with Express because this is very, very helpful. It is going to make our night that much easier. We're excited to share with you guys our thoughts. Won't be able to film inside the haunted houses, but it's going to be tons of fun. So let's get this party started. We got our Horror Nights swag on tonight. Ellison, show us your shirt. She's got the Icons tour. Oh, Jack the Clown, all the Horror Nights icons. It's kind of like a Taylor Swift shirt.
Vincent found it.
Yeah, I found it on Etsy, yeah.
I was about to say, I think I've gotten like 5 or 6 compliments while being in the gift shops, like roaming around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. What's our first house of the night, Ellison?
The Exorcist.
Believer, which originally was going to premiere on October 13th, but they changed the release date for the movie because of
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift is putting a movie out, and now they have to put the movie out a little earlier. We are going through a haunted house that is based off a movie that no one has seen yet. First house, how'd it feel?
It felt long, but like in a good way. Try not to give away any spoilers. Okay, so this is a spoiler. You do kind of go through the same room twice in different scenes, which I thought was really cool. But the couple behind us, it was honestly kind of a distraction because they were cracking me up so much because the boyfriend was definitely more scared than how the girl was. And I could just tell when I would like glance around, like he was like latching onto her and she was like the one braving it through.
This was a really good house. I think this is going to be a lot of people's secret favorites because right now nobody knows about the movie, but depending on how popular the movie is, this was a really scary house. This was a good one. Yeah, good first house of the night. Good first house. We're heading to Stranger Things next at a 75-minute wait. 1 hour into the event. This is going to be the longest, most popular line every night. I bet you that. We're kind of 50-50 on this because I think Ellison really liked Stranger Things, and I thought it was just okay. There were a lot of cool moments from the show, but like not in the ways that I expected to see them. You know, I don't want to get into too many spoilers, but a lot of the characters do show up. Tons of Vecna. Eddie Munson's in there. It's got to grow on me. There's a lot of cool sets and scenes from the show, but it was just okay for me. This is kind of in the middle for me.
The prosthetics were really good on a lot of the characters. It was a really fun house. I wouldn't say it was super scary, but I did like the feel of it all. I think the prosthetics were great, the scare actors were really great, and it told the story of the 4th season, especially mainly that last episode.
This is literally day one, and the great thing about all these Halloween Horror Nights houses is they just get better over time, especially when the performers figure out their groove. But let's keep on rocking. I think from here, let's try to head on to Dueling Dragons. Dueling Choose Thy Fate. So Dueling Dragons was pretty cool. I think it was kind of unfair, all the hype the Dueling Dragons has. It has to be like an 11 out of 10 haunted house to meet the hype that this particular haunted house had. It feels like a Horror Nights haunted house. You know, it's a weird concept. It's a little campy, it's a little goofy. There are some good scares in there. You know what? I will say, and this might be a slight spoiler, not enough of the dragons. You get a lot of the warlocks before they turn into dragons, but not a lot of like the actual dragons. Choose Thy Fate element is pretty cool. We chose the Fireway because no one else was taking it, so it felt like we had our own little haunted house. And we got to see Merlin at the end, so woohoo, Merlin wins. At least when we went through. It's supposed to be different every time. But we're gonna keep on rocking, the night is still young. We are heading into Vamp 69. The rain is over, so all the performers are finally out in the streets.
Help me! Oh
Whoa. Oh my god. Yeti or not, here we go. All right, it is like 9:30 now. We have done 4 haunted houses. It is time for a little snack. Though I will say, I think what I ended up getting was going to be a little bit more than a snack. I went to the Stella Bar near the Minion Cafe and got the Cheddar Jalapeno Hellfire Club. This is a club sandwich with cheddar jalapeno bread, pork, spicy mayo, Munster cheese, pineapple chutney. Look at this. This is one slice. This thing is gigantic, but it looks delicious. Let's give it a try. This is so good. Try it. Now we're getting ready to head into Blood Moon Dark Offering right here at the front of the park. Ooh. How have you felt about this Express Pass so far?
Look, this will tell you how I feel about it.
Yeah, seriously. Blood Moon was gory. Blood Moon was scary.
But yeah, kind of beautiful.
I think for me right now, that's the number one right there. I am loving Blood Moon. I got scared a couple times. You got scared a couple times too.
I think it would be between that and Exorcist. I think those are my top
Exorcist
2.
was really good.
I think those are my top 2 thus far.
All right. Let's keep on rocking. We're going to start heading towards the back of the park, but we got to pay a visit to Mr. Dr. Oddfellow. We're now in the Dr. Oddfellow Collection of Horrors scare zone, and we're getting a little bit of all the different creatures from this year's event here at the entrance.
Tell me, what is that elixir you have? We're not here for me. I'm here for you. Earth signs! Do you even exist? Oh, how pitiful!
Capricorn, born between December 22nd and January 19th.
Any sign at all? Dude!
Fire sign, baby! Aries!
Oh, okay. A few. We need not that simple answer. For it is a great thing then most of you have no connection to such trivial matters. Go out and spend an evening in my history. I've laid it all out for you to explore. The fear, the power, oh, I smell it in this room. There's no hiding it. I see you trembling with fear.
All right, now we're gonna head into the Dark Zodiac. This is the Chainsaw Scare Zone this year, so we're hoping we can see our signs. That's oh goodness. Oh no. Oh. Woo, Aries, Aries. Woo, April 10. Yeah. Woo. At Pisces, oh my goodness, God, we're getting a lot of love in the Zodiac Scare Zone. Oh, look at this here. This has got to be Gemini for sure. Look at that. Whoa, that's Gemini for sure, if I've ever seen it. So cool. Oh. Woo. That's awesome. It's Dr. Oddfellow's symbol on the ground here too. Oh, and all the Zodiacs are on there. You see them? That's really cool. I feel like we don't give enough love to the projections on the floor during horror nights. Oh, it's time for a cast change. That's why so many of these monstrous Zodiac creatures are passing through here. Oh my gosh. Oh, here come all the chainsaws. Right, Scorpio? That's a cool one right there. Now we're passing through the jungle of doom, where Dr. Oddfellow found the skull that gave him immortality many, many years ago in the 1920s. Also, look at all the bats up in the sky. You see them in the trees? That's pretty cool. There he is, Dr. Oddfellow. You should put that skull down. You don't need it. You don't need it. Nobody needs it. Oh no. Look what greed has done to a man. Now, with the skull of immortality, he searches for endless power. Will he find it? Will he? Well, he probably will find it, because considering he's the icon of this year, and this takes place in the 1920s, so he's definitely found the skull of immortality at this point. Oh no. Oh, he's going for it. Whoa. Don't do it. Leave it behind. Don't get that skull. Don't do it. Oh my gosh. My gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let me get a little bit of that skull, actually. That actually looked pretty good. Uh-oh. Oh, I gotta get a picture of this. So we're passing through the Springfield area, and here at Duff Gardens, I am so happy to say that Dufftoberfest has returned. This is the best version of Duff beer, and if you have not had it before and you like beer, you should definitely try it out if you get the chance. Before we continue on with some haunted houses, though, we've got to check out some of the new offerings this year at Horror Nights, and one of them is the Death Eaters that have taken over Diagon Alley. See the green lights? That's how I know they're here. Off they go. Death Eaters are, yeah, they are out to play. Very well said. Next up on the docket is the brand new Peacock Halloween Horror Bar. Now this has always been a bar back here, kind of like a hidden bar for people to get drinks without a long line. But now we got to get some good old corporate synergy in here, and Peacock is in the park, and they have a bar dedicated to them. And for those of you who might be interested in coming to this bar, this is where you're going to be able to see David S. Pumpkins from Saturday Night Live, Tom Hanks' character. Any questions?
How's it hanging?
Very good.
I'm David Pumpkins. I'm David Pumpkins, man.
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna scare you stupid. Preguntas?
The night is going strong for us. We're getting a little tired on our end, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. That is Halloween Nightmare Fuel cheering behind me. I don't think we're gonna see the show tonight, unfortunately. What the heck? I've never heard you make that sound before. We're in the back of the park now. Sorry, I'm shook by that. That was like, gosh, shook by the bass and shook by that sound. What was that sound again?
I can't do it
again. Okay, we're heading all the way to the back, and get ready for this year's Icon House, Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. In the Dr. Oddfellow Circus, we go. So cool. I really loved the Dr. Oddfellow Haunted House. I thought it was so cool. I thought there was so many details.
I only have one minor little complaint. I guess this could potentially be a spoiler, but for some of the jump scares, especially in the beginning, it would make a ta-da noise, and I'm
It's a little cheesy, a little corny at times, but still tons of fun. I think this is one of my favorites this year, right now. But we're gonna head on into the next haunted house, which is The Darkest Deal. This is a first this year. Normally, whatever house is like where The Last of Us is, enters by the Woody Woodpecker area, but since that's under construction for DreamWorks Land, they now have this like walking path set up to go all the way to the back here where this parade building is, and that's where we enter The Last of Us. Look at this line set up for Last of Us. I mean, luckily the majority of the event is at night, but imagine having to wait for this like during the day, you know, at 5 or 6 o'clock whenever they let you in. Holy moly. Happy we got Express?
Yeah. No, I was just thinking between the previous houses, between the weekend being here last year and the Haunting of Hill House, I think this line is longer than
This
any
is
that
definitely
I
the
saw.
longest for sure. So Last of Us was the most anticipated of my houses, and I gotta say it is pretty good. Right now, I think for me though, it's kind of like in the middle. It is a very pretty house. I think it's definitely the most scenic house. Definitely has the best costumes. It was so cool to see Joel and Ellie and all the different characters and monsters from the game. There's a long house too. So, I mean, now that I talk about it, it actually sounds like a pretty good house, doesn't it? Sorry, we are, it is like almost 1 o'clock, and I think the wheels are starting to fall off for us here. So we're gonna power through our last two haunted houses of the night. We got Monsters, and then we got Chucky. And then I think we're calling it a night. We are pretty darn tired. It's been a full night for us, even with our express passes. So needless to say, we're gonna say it 100 times in this video, you gotta get express. Monsters was better than I thought it was gonna be, but I'm gonna say, way too much Phantom. I wanted more Invisible Man, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde was very scary in this haunted house, and I just didn't see enough of them, but this was very good. All right, we got one more house, and it is... Chucky.
Your friend till the end.
The end of the park closed. It's now almost 1:30.
The end of the night, we got 40 minutes.
We got one more haunted house. All right, we just got out of our last house of the night, Chucky Ultimate Kill Count, and it's a little weird, I got to admit. But anyway, it's now 1:45. We have done our first run of Horror Nights. There will be many more to come throughout the season. What do you think about the event as a whole?
I think it's really great, but keep in mind with a lot of great IPs this year, it is so very busy. I mean, the fact with Express, it took us the full event to do all 10 houses, and we still didn't even cover the last scare zone, but we've got officially less than 10 minutes.
I think this is the busiest Horror Nights I think I've ever seen. I think last year when we did this with Express, we were done by like 12 o'clock or so. Despite it being super busy and super wild, I do think that this year in particular is probably one of the better years that I have seen personally for a while now. I love the Dr. Oddfellow icon. I think all of the houses, the Stranger Things, the Last of Us, all of that together is super, super well done. This is an extremely strong year, and it makes sense as to why it is so busy. It's just because there's a lot of good going on at this event. So we just sat down, and
I don't know if I'm gonna get
we
back
shouldn't
up.
have sat down.
My back popped, and I don't think I can get back up.
Ready? 1, 2. Yeah.
All the joints cracking.
Oh, there you go.
All the joints cracking. That's truly the biggest horror of tonight.
Yes, this is the scariest. The darkest deal we made was trying to see all 10 haunted houses tonight. My big standouts for tonight were Blood Moon. We both really love Blood Moon.
That's my top one too.
Exorcist, and I really like Dr. Oddfellow a lot. Like, I really, really enjoyed that. If I had to give a 4 and a 5, I would say like Last of Us was probably number 4.
I would strongly agree with that. I think my Oddfellow and your Last of Us would switch.
We are going to get on out of here. We've had a very successful night. The first night of many successful nights.
Yes.
I don't know if we're going to buy Express every single night. But I will say at one point in line, I was like, maybe I will buy a Frequent Fear with Express next year because
that might be the move. That might be the upgrade for next year.
But until then, we're going to get on out of here. Thank you guys for watching another Vincent Vision. Please, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe for more Universal videos like this and more Horror Nights videos like this now. Be on the lookout for our next week. We will not be here. We're going to be flying over to California for Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood.
Their opening night.
Yes, their opening night. It's going to be tons of fun. We will see you then, okay, guys? But we are going to get on out of here for real now. It is almost 2 a.m. Time for us to go home and take a shower, take care of the dogs. Bye, guys. We'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.